week of February 3 to 7, 2025 is shaping up to be very explosive on General Hospital. With secrets unraveling, betrayals looming, and Port Charles on edge, expect high-stakes drama and jaw-dropping revelations. From Cyrus Renault's mounting troubles to Sonny Corinthos dealing with his own set of complications. This week is packed with tension, suspense, and unexpected twists. Cyrus Renault's criminal empire is slowly beginning to crumble as General Hospital spoilers reveal that Lucky, Spencer, and Elizabeth Baldwin are dangerously close to proving his guilt. His stakes couldn't be higher. Cyrus has managed to evade justice for a long time, but his downfall may finally be near. Lucky and Elizabeth's investigation into Cyrus's past misdeeds puts them directly in his line of fire. The duo has been piecing together key evidence that could expose his network of criminal activity, but that also means they're treading into dangerous territory. At every step forward, they risk drawing unwanted attention from a man who has never hesitated to eliminate obstacles in his path. If Cyrus gets wind of their progress, there's no telling what he'll do to protect himself. Cyrus is not known for playing fair, and he has a history of dealing with his enemies in the most ruthless ways possible. The question remains, will Lucky and Liz be able to take Cyrus down before he strikes first? Or are they setting themselves up for a deadly confrontation? Elsewhere in Port Charles, the war against Cyrus intensifies as more people join the fight. Dante Falconeri, Alexis Davis, Christina Corinthos Davis, and Molly Lansing Davis are all determined to see him behind bars. The more they learn about his shady dealings, the more invested they become in ensuring he faces the consequences of his actions. With Sam McCall gone, her loved ones refuse to let Cyrus walk free after everything he has done. But justice doesn't always come through legal channels in Port Charles. Could we see the Corinthos Davis family take matters into their own hands and plot a vigilante-style move against Cyrus? Dante's expertise as a detective, Alexis's legal knowledge, and Christina's fiery determination make them a formidable force. They've all been through enough with Cyrus to know that the traditional justice system may not be enough to bring him down. But is their desire for justice worth the risk? If they misstep, they could become his next targets. While the Corinthos Davis family plots its next move, Josslyn Jacks has her own plans for revenge. Still reeling from what Cyrus did to Dex Heller, she is determined to make him pay. Volunteering at Turning Woods is all part of her bigger plan to gather intel on Cyrus and find the smoking gun that could take him down once and for all. But here's the problem, Josslyn isn't exactly a seasoned spy. Her emotions are running high, and she has already confronted Cyrus head-on, accusing him of being responsible for Dex's disappearance. If Cyrus picks up on the fact that Josslyn is hanging around Turning Woods for more than just community service, she could be in real danger. Cyrus is ruthless, and if he senses that Josslyn is a threat, he won't hesitate to neutralize her. Will Josslyn's emotions get the better of her and put her directly in harm's way? Or will she succeed in avenging Dex's fate without becoming another casualty in the war against Cyrus? As his enemies plot against him, Sonny Corinthos is dealing with a battle of his own. Health updates from his cardiologist indicate that he may need to slow down. But in Sonny's world, that's easier said than done. Being one of the most powerful men in Port Charles comes with its own set of responsibilities, and stepping back isn't an option he's willing to consider. At the same time, his bond with Natalia Ramirez continues to grow. Could Natalia be a new romantic interest for Sonny? With everything else happening, does he even have time for love? His relationships have always been complicated, and adding a new dynamic while his life remains in turmoil may not be the best decision. Adding to his worries, a recent explosion at his penthouse left Michael Corinthos injured. Sonny can't afford to let his guard down, especially with Cyrus lurking in the shadows. And tensions rise, Sonny must decide whether to prioritize his health or throw himself deeper into the chaos. Will he make the necessary changes before it's too late? Elsewhere, Anna Devane isn't one to let things slide, and she's hot on the trail of the person responsible for the explosion at Sonny's penthouse. Her prime suspect? Jen said, well, Anna is convinced that Sidwell played a role in the attack, but proving it is another story. She dives deeper into her investigation. She has to ask herself, is she going after the right person, or is someone else pulling the strings? One wrong move, and she could be stepping into a trap. Anna is no stranger to danger, but this time, the stakes feel higher than ever. Meanwhile, Cody Bell has a habit of jumping to conclusions, and this time, it might cost him. He mistakenly believes that Jason Morgan is the father of Sasha Gilmore, Corbin's baby. This misinformation spreads like wildfire, and before long, the entire town is buzzing with gossip. Could he slip up led to bigger problems for Sasha and Jason? Will Jason step in to shut down the rumors before they cause irreparable damage? Port Charles thrives on secrets and scandals, and this one might cause unexpected fallout. Moreover, Nina Reeves and Curtis Ashford are teaming up in a surprising way. Their goal, to isolate Drew Quartermaine and gain leverage in their own power struggles. Working behind the scenes to keep Drew occupied in Washington, Nina and Curtis are strategically keeping him out of Port Charles. As we all know, Drew isn't someone to be easily manipulated. If he catches wind of their schemes, this could ignite a fierce war between them. Will Nina and Curtis succeed in their plan, or will Drew find a way to turn the tables on them? Meanwhile, Willow Corinthos is at a crossroads when Drew offers to buy a new house for their growing family. While the offer is tempting, Willow can't shake her doubts about whether it's the right move. So many changes happening in her life. She wonders if rushing into a new home is a smart decision. Will Nina's intervention complicate matters even more? On the other end of the town, Brad Cooper makes a serious blunder this week, one that could have long-term consequences. While the specifics remain unclear, we know that Brad is about to find himself in a messy situation. Could this mistake put his freedom at risk? And how will his close allies react when they find out what he's done? With tensions running high across Port Charles, next week's episodes are setting the stage for even bigger confrontations. Cyrus Renault's enemies are closing in, but he's not going down without a fight. Meanwhile, Sonny's personal battles could shift his future, and Josslyn's reckless plan might put her in over her head. As alliances shift and secrets unravel, the residents of Port Charles are in for a wild ride. Which storyline are you most excited for? Tell us your opinion in the comments below. Also, and subscribe to our channel for regular updates like such